Spencer Lazara, MMA Interviews.tv, alongside Mr. Matt Riddle. Dude, full swing, man. Here you are, like full circle. You're back here at the World MMA Awards.
You know, life is like a full circle, you know. You grow up, you get older, you know, and then here we are, you know, and I'm stoked to be back at the MMA Awards. It's been like 10 years, and yeah.
Do you still watch a lot of MMA?
I don't know if I would say I watch a lot. I mean, there's so much MMA on TV these days, especially with all the organizations, promotions, 1FC, UFC, Bellator, PFL. There's a lot to keep up with. You know?
And you've got probably a pretty busy schedule. Would you say busier than when you used to fight?
I definitely would say busier when it goes to actually going to work. Not that training isn't work, but you know, in front of people, crowds, working it, doing that stuff. While MMA, you're in the gym 6 days a week training for a fight. Now I'm more like traveling 6 days a week, going to different cities, wrestling all the time. So.
Is it harder on your body now, or was it harder when you were doing MMA?
You know, MMA definitely got me ready for pro wrestling. It definitely made it easier for me, but I would say the wear and tear in pro wrestling is a lot more grueling, but the actual like injury right there all the time, it could be your best day, but you still get hurt, that's MMA. Usually in pro wrestling, when you get hurt, you kind of know it's coming. You're worn out.
You don't have the luxury to like tone it down this practice and like I'm gonna go light or whatever, because you got to go out there and put on a show.
A live show, you know. But at the same time, that's the one thing I love about pro wrestling, because I get to do it 3 or 4 times a week. While with fighting, I only got to do it 3 or 4 times a year.
And you're making a lot more money, I would think now.
I make a lot more money wrestling, yes. Nothing against MMA, you know, I wasn't the Connor, you know, so pro wrestling was definitely a lot more profitable for me, and I also enjoy, there's a lot more fanfare. I get more time on the mic to talk trash and get, you know, so people get to know me, while fighting is, you just get to know this, you know.
Was it a big learning curve? What was the biggest difference? I mean, obviously physically you've got differences, but that talking, that aspect of things, is that the biggest difference?
Well, that is definitely a big difference, but the biggest difference in pro wrestling and MMA is MMA, if you're the best and the strongest, you're the best and the strongest. You win, you know? While in pro wrestling, you could be the best, the strongest, coolest, but if they don't think so, you're not. So you gotta, you know, there's a lot of politicking and networking, and you don't want to upset this person or that person. Plus, you gotta look the part, talk the part, you know, walk the walk.
Awesome. Well, anything else you want to say, Matt?
No.
Are you presenting tonight?
I am presenting. Am I allowed to say what category?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, presenting best.
Just don't tell us who wins yet.
Best, I don't know that. Best referee. So I'm excited, you know, see what happens.
You can also give your take on who the worst referee is.
No.
No?
It's a tough job. It's a tough job when you're in there. You know, I hear people giving refs crap all the time, but I'm like, dude, that's somebody, you don't know if they're dead or not. It's MMA. It's brutal. So
none of them are as bad as some of the wrestling judges, referees.
Yeah, well, dude.
Their job is to be bad at times, right?
They
Turn the other cheek.
They look the other way. They don't see your tag when you make it. It's a whole thing. Yeah.
All right, cool. Matt Riddle, Spencer Lazara. Thanks for watching. MMAinterviews.tv.